Tell us, it's been a good year for Mercedes-Benz in the United States. Tell us how the year went for you from a sales perspective, and also handicap 2015, if you will, please.
Terrific year for us. All-time sales record, 330,000 units approximately in the United States, about a 6% growth rate. Our biggest challenge was getting enough cars from Germany and from our production. We think we probably could have grown a little bit more had we gotten more production, but the good news is that Mercedes-Benz globally grew 12.9%, so it was robust in China, it was robust in Europe, so we weren't able to get those extra units that we would have loved to have gotten for the US. That's going to change in 2015, so we see 2015 to be a repeat, but a little bit better than 2014. The overall SAR, the industry, is predicted to be around 16.9, 17 million. Growth rate for the industry, 3%, but we think the luxury space is going to grow greater than that, somewhere between 5 and 8%. And with the new models that we've got coming, we think that we're going to grab more than our share in terms of that growth in 15.
Where is the additional production going to come from, or will it still be tight on supply?
So we set up production for the first time. Our C-Class, our largest volume model, is going to be produced in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, right in our backyard. That's a terrific thing. We're going to get some extra production out of our CLA plant in Kecskemét, Hungary. So if we get more of those entry sedans, CLA, GLA, more MLs, more GLs, more GLKs, that's going to be our formula for success in 2015.
You know, you have probably the toughest competition you've ever had at Mercedes-Benz. Audi is coming up fast, BMW of course has been on top, Lexus is not too shabby. Right. How do you gauge the nature of the competition from an objective standpoint in terms of where the others are strong and where you're strong?
So, product-driven business, I believe this is the most competitive automotive market in the world. Not only are we competing against great product from Audi and from BMW, but even the domestics are coming up with really credible products. You're starting to see the luxury brands meet the mass brands kind of head on in that $30,000 to $35,000 price point, so it's a whole new level of competition. The good news is everybody's game is getting better, so you've got to be on top of your game. What I like about our product portfolio, we're in the middle of the biggest product offensive in our company's history. 30 new products over the course of 7 years translates to one new product launch every 3 months for that entire time frame, with bold, big designs, not just at the entry point, but at the top of the line. So we're launching a Maybach this year. We've got the new GLA at around $30,000. So up and down the price point, we're launching dynamic new models. So the brand has got terrific momentum, great products, one of the most recognized brands in the world, with a great collaboration with our dealers that are setting kind of new records and taking care of our customers. You put that all together, it's a nice formula for us. So I like our chances.
Yes, I like them too. Tell me, speaking of new product, right over your right shoulder is the new GLE. Could you talk a little bit about what this represents for you in this very hot crossover SUV segment?
So SUV segment is the hottest segment in the US auto industry. That's been that way. We've got a love affair with SUVs. That hasn't changed for the last 15 years. And in fact, it's only becoming more pronounced. So for us, we've got a really dynamic SUV portfolio. The GLA that I just mentioned, we've got the GLK, we've got the M-Class, we've got now this GLE Coupe, which is the first time we've entered this niche segment, which is really all about beautiful, design forward, great looks, but still in a package that if you need to go off-road, you can. It's got all the 4MATIC off-road credentials that all of our products have, but it's in a sleek performance package that'll allow us to go up against a Porsche Cayenne. So it's
or a BMW 6 Series.
Or a 6 Series, absolutely.
Tell me, you've just announced that you're moving your headquarters to Georgia. This is a big move for Mercedes-Benz. You've been really for basically half a century in New Jersey. Tell us a little bit about why you decided to move the headquarters down to Georgia and what this represents for the company.
It starts with the fact that we're kind of at the end of the useful life of the buildings that we're in. We came over and we've been in that building that is our headquarters now since 1972. And we've just flat out outgrown it. And so we came to a crossroads, a decision point that said, do we make a massive investment in a 1972 design facility, or do we open up our aperture and look wider? We decided to open that up. We considered staying in New Jersey, but we evaluated against locations throughout the Southeast, and Atlanta came to the top. It was a unanimous decision. We think that represents us establishing a new platform for the next 50 years of success for Mercedes-Benz in the US.
That's a great point. 50 years in the future, what do you think this company is going to look like, and what are some of the goals that you'd like to achieve?
Well, we've got a vision of accident-free driving, and we see that systems that we're put in place with moving from passive safety to active safety to vehicle-to-vehicle communication that's coming in the future, where we can, where cars are essentially networked and communicating with one another. If we can get to a place, a world, and we see that as one of our visions, as part of the core of our brand, accident-free driving is one of them, and you combine that with another vision for autonomous driving, which was a promise from the World's Fair in 1964, but finally the technology building blocks are all there, and it's on the horizon. Whether that horizon is 5 years or 10 years, that remains to be seen, but we've got the F-15 concept vehicle that's our vision for the autonomous vehicle of the future.
Steve, thanks very much for visiting with TheStreet.com. I wish you all the best of luck in 2015.
Thank you,
Thanks.
pleasure. All right.